Sounds great. Perfect. So then we are going to start because we're all here now. We're going to lay down on Shavasana. So you're welcome to do couch, bolster, chair Shavasana, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to relax on our backs, laying down and just taking a few moments. Remember, you can have a blanket under your legs like we normally do, just so that we can get into that 90-degree angle. It is important that you do get into that place of 90 degrees at the knees so that you're able to fully release your hamstrings. Remember, the Shavasana allows the hamstrings to relax, and that allows the lower back to release onto the floor, which is basically what we are aiming for in this position, just to decompress the back. As soon as your lower back releases onto the floor, you're going to start noticing your hips a little more even. Some of you, chances are, that are feeling a little bit like rotated to one side. So just making sure that we align the body. Bring your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes and take a couple of long, deep breaths. And just here on your Shavasana, scan your body, relaxing every corner from toes to crown. In this SynEq yoga class, we're going to work on realigning the pelvis and just aligning the shoulders and strengthening the shoulders. Releasing the feet and ankles. Relaxing the lower legs and the knees. Relaxing the thighs and the glutes. The hips. The lower back, mid back, and upper back. Pay attention if your neck is comfortable here. If you need any adjustment, just go for it. Relax your arms, your hands. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. And just allow your breath to flow. Start expanding into your belly as you breathe in. And empty as you breathe out. Many of us actually experience what is known as the backward breath or backwards breath. And that means that when you inhale, your belly, instead of expanding, it tightens. And when you exhale, instead of drawing the navel in, your belly moves out. So if you notice that backward pattern, just focus on the expansion of your body as you breathe in. And expand the belly, even if it doesn't feel natural to you, that's okay. We're going to retrain the breath. When you exhale, think about your body being a balloon and the air is going out, so it deflates. Deflate. And inhale, expand, belly, side ribs, and chest. Lower back, mid back, and upper back. And exhale, chest, side ribs, and belly. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Don't let your mind wander. With every breath, just let your body be a little bit heavier. rising and falling. On your next inhalation, wiggle your fingers, keep your feet, legs, and glutes relaxed, and move your arms at a T position. We'll take a few moments here and notice if you have put the mat across your upper back, if your ribcage perhaps lifted, and you want to release your upper back, neck once again. Breathe here. Every time you inhale, at the top of the inhalation, imagine as if you were sending breath to your armpits. You wanted to expand into your armpits as well. And exhale, release the air from the collarbone, armpits, side ribs, belly. And again, breathe in into the belly, into the lower back and mid back, into your side ribs and armpits, all the way to the top. And exhale from top to bottom. Let us take a couple more breaths here, bringing the focus into the armpits. This is going to allow us to work with the mid part of the lungs. Really expanding sideways. And then release the breath from top to bottom. Let us take one more breath here, fully breath. And when you are ready, bring your right thumb inside your palm and wrap it with your fingers for Adi Mudra on the right hand. Then when you're ready, bend the elbows and bring your left palm right on top of the right. You're going to just cover the fist with that left hand. Elbows are out to the sides. Draw your shoulders down and into their sockets. Maybe move your head side to side, making sure that you're still balanced on your cervical spine. You're not looking sideways. And try not to let your elbows move down towards the rib cage, but rather have them out to the sides. Move your fist and hand down towards the solar plexus, so just slightly below the sternum. And then as you take your next exhalation, move your elbows out towards the right, like pushing gently with your left hand. Feel the stretch through the upper arm on the right side. Put a little bit of effort, but don't overdo it. Inhale with control, slowly, without pushing, come back to center. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Exhale, push your fist against your palm and move your elbows, your arms towards the left. Gliding your arms, finding the stretch. Head is still centered. Inhale, gently back to center without pressing. And then exhale, palm pushes the fist towards the right once more. Inhale, back to center. You want to make sure you're not strangulating your thumb. You're softening the thumb so your mudra is firm, but it's not tense. Every time you exhale, your elbows go to the opposite side, and every time you inhale, come back to center. Pushing with your palm without forcing, and then back to center, and then the other side again. One more. We started to the right, we finished to the left. And when you are ready, slowly and mindfully come back to center on the inhalation. And then release your hands by your sides as you exhale, palms facing up. Close your eyes and watch your breath. Notice the work, if it reflected across your upper back and within your shoulder blades. You want to make sure that your neck is not doing the work. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, bring your left thumb inside your palm, wrap with your fingers, and then bend the elbows and bring your left fist right against your right palm. Elbows out to the side, shoulders into their sockets. Elbows are not against the rib cage, but out to the sides. Remember to adjust your hands a little bit lower than your chest, just towards the solar plexus. And then when you're ready, exhale, push your palm against your fist, moving towards the left. You control the effort, don't overdo it. Make sure your neck is not helping, otherwise you're doing too much. Now, as you inhale, softening without pressing the palm anymore, come back to center. Now, as you exhale, fist against the palm, push towards the other side. Once more, find that stretch. Notice your blades engaging. Make sure your jaw stays relaxed. Inhale, center. Other side, exhale. Every time you exhale, elbows move to the sides. Every time you inhale, arms glide to center. Meanwhile, you keep your legs and your glutes relaxed. Keep your face relaxed. It's not just about moving the arms, it's about pressing, putting a little bit of resistance every time your elbows go to the side. Watch for the thumb, don't let it be, don't cut the circulation here. We started to the left, we will finish to the right. So when you return to center, release your hands by your sides, palms facing out, relax and observe. Let us take one more breath here, full deep breath. And when you're ready, bring your hands together at the center of the heart in Namaste position. Depending on your wrist, you may bring your hands more towards your face and your elbows more towards your rib cage. If your wrists allow, you're going to move your hands down towards the solar plexus and your elbows out to the sides while your fingertips point towards your chin. Yeah, chin. And then when you exhale, glide your elbows towards the right. Keep the heels of the hands touching. Feel the stretch across the wrist, all the way to the elbow, maybe all the way up to the arm and into your shoulder blade. Inhale, center, and exhale to the other side. This time you're gonna put a little bit of resistance all through the movement on inhalation and exhalation, but you're not gonna overdo it. Just try to keep your fingers well connected, your palms. And when you're putting pressure, it's not about how much I can press my palms together. It's about keeping equal pressure from the heels of the hands to the fingertips. Remember, in these exercises, less is more, slower is better. Don't overdo it. Make sure that the rest of the body is relaxed. I will leave you to it for a couple more breaths. All the fingers are pressing against each other, even if it's just a little bit, but the whole palm is pressing equally. We started moving to the right. We will finish when we return to center from the left. Release your hands by your sides when you're ready, palms facing up. Relax and observe. Let us take one more breath here, full deep breath. And when you're ready, bring your hands in front of your shoulders, palms face towards the sky, elbows this time will move in towards your rib cage. Now, as you take your next inhalation, push your palms up like if you were holding something very heavy and you're pushing it away from you and towards the sky. Once your elbows are extended, press your palms even higher, drawing your shoulders away from the sockets. Now, as you take your next exhalation, your fingertips are going to point towards your feet and your palms are going to point down towards the floor. Then curl the fingers in towards your palms, keeping that bend at the wrist. And then elbows pull down and bring your hands towards your shoulders once again. This is the T-Rex pose. You should be able to feel the stretch on your wrist and don't overdo it. You control the stretch. Once again, when you're ready, flip your palms to face up and push up on the inhalation. Engage your arms, your shoulders, and your back. Like if you were trying to suck air through your armpits, hollowing them up. Push your palms towards the sky, draw your shoulders away from the sockets, and then allow your fingertips to point towards your feet. Curl your fingers in. Exhale, pull your hands down towards your shoulders. Once again. See if you can move your arms at the same pace. You may notice the one side is a little more responsive than the other. Inhale, push up to the sky. Notice if your feet, your legs, your glutes, your abdomen, your jaw are trying to help your arms and shoulders. Bending at the wrists, fingertips towards the feet, palms face down, curl your fingers in, and exhale, pull down, elbows in towards the rib cage, hands towards the shoulders. Inhale, palms face up, push up. Whatever it is you don't need any longer in your life, in your energetic field. Okay, once you push even farther, if you can, draw your shoulders away from the sockets, then fingertips forward, curl your fingers in, and then pull down that energy which is yours, in which you are just claiming back. When you're ready, you're gonna flip your palms up. Let's do that one more. Push up, whatever it is you don't need anymore. Shoulders away from the sockets, palms towards the sky. Exhale, fingertips forward, curl in, pull down. Release the hands, shake the tension off. sparkle your energy all around you. The fingers, just like if you were, you know, when you have water, this has a name, I'm sure, but in Spanish we call it salpicar, but I have no clue how you say this in English, but this is what you do. Release your hands down by your sides, palms up. Close your eyes and watch your breath. Don't let your mind wander. Did you notice that your body was trying to help in any way? Did you notice any change in the position of your pelvis, your legs, the sensations of your body? Maybe even if you notice a change in the quality of your thoughts. As soon as you start really connecting with your true flow of prana, you will notice it will affect not just your physical body, but your mental body, or the manas, the manomaya kosha. So just being very aware as we continue to just shake off the prana. Send the awareness down to your feet and wiggle your toes and move your feet gently side to side. Wiggle your fingers, maybe stretch your arms to the sides or overhead, whatever feels right for you. And stretch and tense and squeeze every muscle tight, tight, tight. And exhale, release. Bring your knees in towards your body and keep your chair where it is. Fall over your favorite side and take a few moments here. Without rushing, just really connecting and checking in with the body. Use the top hand and push yourself up on your next exhalation. If there is anything that you need to grab, like a special blanket, I see a special magical blanket, like a blanket or blocks, something, have that extra padding on your knees, you can have that. You could also keep the blanket on your chair if you have one. We're going to move the body back a little bit. Keep your elbows on the chair. Hug them just to making sure they're not wider than the shoulders. And then from here, just move your knees as far away as it works for you. We're gonna send the tailbone up and drop the belly, adjust so that you can allow your forehead to move down towards the chair. You may bring your hands at the back of the head in namaste position. If this doesn't work for you, you can hug your your elbows and rest your forehead on your forearms if that feels better for your shoulders. Whichever version you do, don't overdo it. The other thing you want to make sure is that your knees are not too close to the chair and your hips are farther away of towards the heels. So we want to stack the hips over the knees to the best of our ability. We'll take a few deep breaths here, pressing your shoulder blades away from each other, not together this time, and hollowing up the armpits, sending the tailbone up. Press the top of the feet and the shins onto the floor. Breathe deeply. If your hands are over the head in Angelic Mudra or Namaste, you're pressing them gently towards each other, just like we did on the last exercise. Breathe. If this is too intense, another option is to go on to your tabletop position, palms on the floor, and keep that cow stretch. So it would look like this. And you can keep your forehead connected to the chair if you like. All depends on your shoulders. And your wrist, by the way. Letting the belly drop. Let us take one more breath here, full deep breath. And slowly and mindfully bring your arms down on the chair. Have that support, maybe hands on the chair or one at a time, hands on the floor. Coming up when you're ready onto your tabletop position. Tuck your tailbone, draw your navel in, round the back, and let your head down. You can rest your forehead still on the chair if that feels right. Keep pressing the top of the feet on the floor. You can let your head dangle if that feels better for your neck, whatever works. Breathe deeply here. One more breath, full deep breath. And whenever you're ready, come back to neutral. Walk your hands in towards your chair, towards your knees, and place your hands on the chair. We're gonna bring ourselves up to standing. So step forward with one foot, curl the back toes under, pick up the knee, and step forward. Then step back just comfortably. We're gonna go into almost a tabletop position, but with the chair. Look down at your feet and have Tadasana feet, so about fist distance to 2 fist distance between the big toes, heels slightly wider apart. Lift the toes, send your tailbone up, and try to keep your hamstrings extended. So try to keep your knees extended. Now push your chair down towards the floor and keep your gaze between the hands. Don't let your head dangle here. Send your tailbone up as much as you can, but don't let the rib cage go down. Try to keep your rib cage in, your navel in, your tailbone up. Feel the stretch and breathe. So although we're not moving, we should be able to be feeling that energy flowing from the legs all the way up to the glutes, across the spine, into the shoulders, down the arms, and into the hands. You're pressing the chair evenly with both hands. Keep those feet active. Now micro bend your knees and make sure your knees are not moving in towards the center. They're pointing towards your big toe and second toe. Tailbone is rising even more if that's available. Breathe. Awesome. Now, when we're ready, I'm going to slowly and mindfully bring the elbows down onto the floor. So you want to hug them just to make sure that you have them shoulder width apart. You can make fists if you like, and your palms facing one another. You can bring your thumbs up for Merudanda Mudra. This is going to activate the muscles of your upper back if you go into the mudra. You can even move your thumbs out to the sides. Breathe deeply here. You're still engaging your shoulders and your upper back. You want to push the chair down and think about hollowing up your chest and hollowing up your armpits. Rather than bringing your shoulder blades together, we're doing the opposite. We're pushing them apart. Feet are active, breath is flowing. High blood pressure, you're gonna keep your head slightly above the chest. If it works for you, you can let your head down a little bit, but we're not gonna let it dangle. The back of the head is in line with the spine. So although we're not really on a full out downward facing dog, we should be able to feel all the energy building with the upper body, the legs, the glutes. Nice release for your back, especially your lower back. You may feel it here. Breathe deeply. Let us take 3 more breaths, full deep breaths. Keep sending your tailbone up. Press your heels onto the floor. Don't let your knees collapse at the center. You can keep them bent, but they're pointing towards the big toe and second toe. When you finish with your third breath, you're gonna be very mindful. Release your mudra when you're ready. Flip your palms down on the chair. Use your hands for support. Come up again onto tabletop position. Your head will go a little bit higher this time. Walk your feet slightly closer to the chair. Bend the knees and your tailbone up. Open your chest, look forward or up for cow stretch. Breathe here. You're creating a lot of energy. Your legs are active. Breathe. On your next exhalation, tuck your tailbone. Keep your knees bent, micro bent. Round your back, push the chair down, let your head dangle. And breathe. The next time we inhale, tailbone up, belly down, shoulder blades together. Look towards the top of the chair or maybe even higher depending on your neck. Weight goes to the heels, knees are bent, micro bent, equal weight on left and right. Breathe here. Exhale, knees are still bent. Tuck your tailbone first. Draw your navel into the spine. Round your back, push the chair down or down and gently forward. Head down, breathe. Look at your feet, toes are lifted. You're putting weight on all corners of the feet, the heels, and the balls of the feet. And again, tailbone up. Drop your belly. Open your chest, blades together. Look to the top of the chair or higher. Hold and breathe. Knees are bent, feet are active. On your next breath, very slowly, very mindfully, bring your gaze down to your hands. Extend your legs, bring your spine to neutral, walk towards the chair, use the chair as support, and slowly and mindfully come up to an upright. Relax your shoulders back and down, rotate them a few times. And shake off the tension, get some water if you like, and have your blocks handy. Now you can turn your chair around or pass it to the other side. We're gonna work on the other side of the chair, holding onto the back of the chair. We're gonna place our blocks in between the knees, looking down at the feet, having the same distance between the toes and the blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you can fold a blanket until it's about 4 to 6 inches, whatever works for you. And you just want to make sure that your feet match the width of your knees. Hold onto the chair, put equal weight on your feet, pressing through the heels, balls of the feet, toes are lifted. Then we're gonna adjust the pelvis, so you want your pubic bone and your hip bones at the same level. So that means that we're going to avoid this position, and instead we're gonna draw the navel in, engage the ribcage, pull it in, and having the pubic bone and hip bones at the same level. So you want them perpendicular to the floor. Once you have your alignment, your legs, feet, legs, pelvic alignment, ribcage in, shoulders down, inhale your right arm up, shoulder down. And as you exhale, side bend gently to the left. Open through your shoulder. If this is too uncomfortable for your shoulder, bring your hand on your lower back. So you're gonna place the top of the hand on the lower back with your palm facing away from you, pushing your shoulder and your elbow back. So don't force it. We just want to go onto that gentle side bend. Don't collapse onto your side if you're quite flexible. Instead, think about of elongating your spine as you go into that side bend. Squeeze your bum. When you are ready, bring your arm up, inhale, exhale, palm away, and then release down. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hold onto the chair, find your standing position, balance your pelvis, relax your shoulders. Inhale, bring your arm up, draw your shoulder down, and exhale, side bend to your right. We usually side bend first to the right, but I moved my chair on the wrong direction because I didn't want to show my feet to Ganesha. So I'll remember next time, you guys. But anyways, we're just going to get maybe a little bit deeper into the side bend and bring your hand onto your lower back, if that works better for your shoulder and if that's what you did on the other side. We're using the chair just to prevent us from collapsing, especially those of you who feel quite bendy today. We're not gonna go into full range of motion. We're gonna try to contain the body to find that center. Now, as you take your next inhalation, reach up to the sky with the arm, and then exhale, palm away, and then release your arm down, shoulders back and down once again. Now, here we go. I'm gonna hold on to the back of the chair, this time a little bit higher. You don't need to go too far back. What you do want is to have your 4 legs of the chair on the mat, or if you're on a carpet, then that's okay. We don't want the chair to glide, okay? It's important. Extend your elbows. If you have shoulder concerns, come closer to the chair and bend the elbows instead, almost like cobra arms, and that's going to prevent hyperextension. Otherwise, step back, extend the elbows, measure the knees and toes. You want them on the same distance. When you're ready, draw your navel in, lift your heels, inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees as much as you can and push your hips back and keep your gaze down. So your knees are bent, you're pushing your tailbone back, your gaze is in between the arms or the hands. If your elbows are bent, you can still do this with your elbows bent, no problem. See if you can put the weight on the balls of the feet. And although your toes are touching the floor, you're not letting them grip. Now, on your next exhalation, squeeze the blocks. This is great to release your SI joint. Inhale, release. Again, exhale, squeeze, draw your navel in. Inhale, release. Let's do 3 more. And although you're not actively squeezing your buttocks, you're going to come and help. We're actually awakening the inner thighs. So if you suffer from pelvic rotation, hip rotation, lower back pain, hip pain, this is a wonderful one to help you with that. Squeeze and inhale, release. Awesome. When you are done with your 3 rounds, hold onto the chair, slowly and mindfully extend your legs, come up, release your heels onto the floor, send your tailbone back, bend the elbows, move your hips side to side. Come back to center, put your blocks aside, and come closer to the chair. Stand tall, shoulders back and down. And once we're here, if you need to drink some water or take a moment, you can do that. We're going to stand in Tadasana at the back of the chair. Now, when you're ready, holding onto the chair, bend your right knee and have your knees together. If it works for you, hold onto the chair only with your fingertips. See if you can lift the standing toes. If it works for you, let go of the chair. Maybe bring your hands onto your lower back with your palms facing away. You can even draw a diamond shape with your fingers behind you. Like Yoni Mudra, but on your sacrum. Draw your ribcage in, tuck your tailbone slightly, engage your blades. You can be holding onto the chair if you want to, that's okay too. 5 rounds, inhale, right knee out to the right. Don't have to go too high. Exhale down. 4 more, inhale. Exhale down. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Release your foot down, bring your hands down, relax your shoulders, walk it out, stay in Tadasana, palms face forward, close your eyes and just observe. Notice your heartbeat and notice your breath. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, hold onto the chair, Tadasana standing, balance your pelvis, tuck your ribcage, bend your left knee, bring your knees together, flex your left foot. Then we're going to test. Maybe fingertips on the chair, maybe hands by your sides, maybe Yoni Mudra behind you, adjusting the pelvis, and that will take care of the spine too. Whichever arm position you choose, it can be the same as the other side, or maybe this time your body doesn't want to do the same, that's okay, you can change. Now, as you're ready, inhale, left knee slightly out to the side, just opening slightly. And exhale down. No need to go too high up that it pinches and that sends your hips sideways. Inhale out and exhale in. 3 more for a total of 5. Two more. And 1 more, or as many as you need for 5. And when you finish with your 5 rounds, release slowly your foot down. Release your hands, palms face forward. Close your eyes and observe. Let us take one more breath here in Tadasana, full deep breath. When you are ready, hold on to the chair, fingertips or full hand grab here, that's okay. Or you can go back into your Yoni Mudra. Adjust your pelvis, bend your right knee once more, flex your foot. Now as you inhale, kick your foot back, right foot. And exhale, knee down, maybe slightly forward. And again, inhale, kick back. And exhale, knee down or maybe forward. 3 more. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee down or forward. 2 more. Try to keep your pelvis facing the chair to the best of your ability. Last round. I'm not shaking. You are shaking. Yes, I am shaking a lot. And then when you are ready, knee down, and then release your foot and walk it out. So you may notice we did nice workouts for your hip flexor, Nice workout for your hamstring. Nice workout for your glute. Nice workout for your leg on the other side. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Great for balancing, great for strengthening your feet and ankles. Adjust your hands. Once you pick your arm and hand position, balance your pelvis, ribcage in, shift the weight onto your right foot without sending the hip to the side, and bend the left knee. Inhale when you're ready, kick your left foot back. And exhale, knee down, maybe forward. Inhale, kick back. Exhale down, maybe forward. 3 more. Let your hip decide how far you go. 2 more. Broken ankle doesn't like this balancing pose. And when you are ready, you're gonna bring your knee down and then release and walk it out and shake the tension off. Whew. Awesome. We're gonna go down to the floor. You can put your chair away. You can have your blanket handy. And get a strap or a scarf. If towards the end you like to have your bolster for your final asanas, have your props handy and then you decide how do you want to adjust. Okay, so we're gonna go on to Shavasana first. We'll take a few moments here. We're gonna get into spinal twist with hamstring stretch and IT band stretch. But first, check out how do you feel once you lay down flat? How does it feel for your hamstrings? How are your hips feeling? Your back feeling? How's your upper back, your neck, your shoulders? How are you, your body welcoming this Shavasana? And then bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, lift your hips and slightly move them towards the right. Bring your right knee in and place your strap or scarf on the ball of the right foot. Hold the strap with your left hand. Flex your foot. Extend your bottom leg. Right arm goes out at a T position, and as you exhale, rotate your pelvis towards the left, moving your right foot towards the left. Keep your right shoulder on the ground. Draw it into its socket. Gaze maybe goes towards the right hand if your neck is okay with that. Breathe. Next time we inhale, slowly and mindfully come back to center. On the exhale, let go of the strap Bend your knee, bring your foot sole on the floor, bend the other knee, foot sole on the ground, lift the hips and move them towards your left. Bring your left knee in, place the strap on the ball of the left foot, extend your left leg, hold the strap with your opposite hand, extend your right leg onto the floor, and bring your left arm at a T position, palm facing up. Next time you exhale, go into a pelvic rotation towards the right, bringing your foot across the body towards the right. Maybe gaze to the left hand. Breathe deeply, relax your face, relax your jaw. Let us take one more breath here, full deep breath. Slowly, mindfully, bring yourself back to center on your next inhalation. Let go of the strap. Bend your knee, bring your foot sole to the floor. Bend your right knee, bring your foot sole to the floor. Pick up the hips and bring them back to center. Heel to your feet together. Bring your foot soles together. Let your knees flare. Make sure that your pubic bone and your hip bones are balanced. Relax your rib cage. Release your hands. Let us take a few moments here. Feel the stretch on your hip flexors. Feel the demand across your back. If this is too much for your knees, you can have a bolster under the knees. If this is okay, this is a great stretch for your hips. It's a wonderful way to equalize your pelvis and your spine. Tuck your chin a little bit, move your head side to side, and then come back to center. When you're ready, bring your knees up and then extend your legs onto the floor, pressing your heels away from the body and then relax. Now check in once again the way your body lands on the floor, the sensations that you may catch on this Shavasana. If you choose to have your bolster under your knees for the spinal asana, you are welcome to do so. You can place the bolster or a pillow, bringing your foot soles together and knees out. If you like to have your Shavasana time in this Supta Konasana with the bolster, with no demand on your back, on your hips, or simply extend your legs with your bolster. Some of you prefer traditional or old-fashioned Shavasana, you can do that as well. And take your time so you can adjust. So by the way, having the bolster or not doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean it's a better pose than no prop. It's just the body has different needs. Everybody needs to just adjust to what the body needs every single day, which it varies. And then scan your body from bottom to top, looking for any messages from your body. If there is any muscle or any joint that might be speaking to you right now. Perhaps it's an area of your body that has been holding tension. Sometimes we don't realize where we store the tension. Many of us change our posture affecting various parts of our bodies. When we are sad, our chest collapses, rolling the shoulders forward, creating later on pain on the upper back and the neck. Some of us, when we're feeling down, we start rounding all the back, docking the tailbone, creating pressure into the lower back. Some of us actually create accidents for ourselves just to force us to slow down. So whatever your body might try to tell you right now, just take a few breaths here, focus on that area, and ask, what would you like me to know? And listen. Continue to focus on your breath and your body. Don't let your mind wander. Take one more breath here, full deep breath. Send your breath and awareness all the way down to your feet and fill up your body with prana from toes to crown, rising. And empty from the ground to the toes, apanic energy falling, rising, falling, rising, falling. Send your breath and awareness down to your feet. Wiggle your toes. Move your feet side to side. Wiggle your fingers. And stretch your arms overhead. Bring your legs close together and tense every muscle and squeeze and stretch tight, 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 prune face. And exhale, release. Two more. Inhale, stretch and tense and squeeze every muscle. Exhale, release. Last one, make it count. Breathe in and stretch and tense and squeeze. And exhale, release. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor. If you like to swing your knees or hug your knees and rock side to side, you're welcome to do that. Any other stretch that your body is calling for, you're welcome to get it done. When you're ready, move on to your favorite side. Take your time, no rush. Take a few moments here. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. Once on your seated position, you can use your props to sit up tall. You can go onto cross-legged position, extend your legs, or bring one leg on top of the other, whatever is suitable for your knees and for your hips. Bring your hands together at the center of the heart. Relax your shoulders back and down. Relax your face and relax your jaw. We're going to seal our practice with our metta mantra. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be brave. May I be peaceful. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be brave. May you be peaceful. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be safe. May all be brave. May all be peaceful. Inhale through your nostrils and expand. And through your nostrils, exhale. Inhale to Om. Om. Observe. Tuck your chin onto your chest. Open your eyes. Gaze forward. Build up the extra prana and remember to shower yourself with it all around you. And shake off whatever it is that you don't need to take with you anymore. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.